Thank you for joining me for this week's daily devotionals entitled How to Grow in Your Connections with Others. We will be looking at biblical concepts that will teach us how to deepen the connections with the relationships that we already have. Our passage for today comes from Mark 12:31. The context is Jesus has just been asked, what is the greatest commandment? Here's his response starting in verse 30. He says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. Then we come to the second one in verse 31. The second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There's no greater commandment than these. Jesus makes a connection that our love for our neighbor is also connected with how well we love ourselves. Now, this is not a prideful, arrogant love where we make ourselves the center of the universe. No, it is a secure love that understands we are children of God, and based on the acceptance that we have in Jesus, we can go out and love other people well. Sometimes we only seek deeper connections so that we can be more comfortable in who we are, meaning we need people to surround us to instill a sense of identity within us. But here, Jesus is showing us that if you really want to love others well, you need to understand how God has already loved you. Then from that overflow, you will be able to love others. If you are not content with yourself and with Christ, you will never have enough connections in your life. If you are going to deepen your connections with other people, make sure that you have a deep connection with Christ and a deep contentment in yourself. Which brings us to our question for today. Do I love myself? When you step back from your connections and it's just you and Christ, are you happy with what you see? If you are content in your relationship with God, you will have the ability to grow the connections around you. Thanks for joining me today as we begin our journey on how to grow connections with others. Please come back tomorrow as we continue our journey together.